Stay with us if you would. The foreign minister said it would be 10 times worse than Chernobyl. A reminder of Chernobyl, it was the worst nuclear disaster in the history of nuclear power generation. Between 50 and 185 million nuclear, it was several times more radioactive than what was created by the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The radioactivity was spread by the wind over Belarus, over Russia and Ukraine, and soon reached as far west as France and Italy. Millions of acres of forest and farmland were contaminated and throughout that entire process, and it continued for years and years and years. Now, I want to make perfectly clear, no one is suggesting this is what has happened, but the foreign minister of Ukraine has said, should this blow, it would be 10 times the disaster caused at Chernobyl, an event almost unimaginable as we sit and watch here today. But I will say, it's also unimaginable that there would be a firefight at a nuclear power plant. It sounds like literally something right out of The Simpsons, something that no one sane would ever do. After all, when Chernobyl happened, Chernobyl is much farther from Russia than this power plant is. We're working to find out weather conditions there. I mean, I could do it on my own phone, but I'm pretty busy at the moment. If someone could check that, it would be really helpful. But if the winds are blowing to the east, I mean, and there's an explosion here, that could well, blow right over Russia as it did just last time. James Acton is on the phone with us as well. He's a physicist and nuclear expert with the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. James, from what you know of this situation, give us your top line read.
Well, good evening. This is a very serious situation. The good news right now is, according to the plant's website, which publishes radiation detection readings in real time, those readings currently are normal. We're just seeing the normal level of background. So there does not right now appear to be any leakage of radiation from the plants. Nonetheless, a fire at a nuclear power plant is a significant concern. The fear with shelling, I think, is not that it's going to start breaching the reactor's containment and directly causing radiation to spread. The fear is that nuclear power plants need cooling to avoid the fuel melting down, which was what happened at Fukushima. And a fire has the potential to disrupt, in particular, the power supplies for those cooling systems. So if this turns into an accident, and I want to emphasize that's an if, radiation levels are normal right now according to the website, but if this turns into an accident, it will look much more like Fukushima than it will like Chernobyl, I suspect.
I only hesitate because we got this warning from the Ukrainian government saying that there was an increased radiation detected by sensors at the plant. I'm hoping what you're saying is accurate and that report from the Ukrainian government was wrong.
I mean, all I can tell you is just I'm looking at the plant website right now, and it's been, I checked it periodically over the last few days, and it appears to be updated more or less in real time. And those radiation levels look normal right now. So, all I can tell you is what I'm seeing on the website. But what I would say, as I said already, this is a dangerous situation. A fire in a nuclear power plant is bad at the best of times. But during a war, when firefighters are literally risking their lives to get to the plant, let alone putting out the fire, this is obviously a particularly serious situation.
I want to give you a quote from the Ukrainian atomic energy minister from just about 20 minutes ago. And I'm quoting now, "Firefighters can't start extinguishing the fire at this nuclear power plant. They're being fired on at point-blank range."